Welcome, Iowans for Freedom. I hope you've had your coffee this morning. If it's morning for you, I'm not sure when you're watching this, but last night we had a meeting with our local group leaders. It's kind of like the Justice League. We are going to start getting together. We've done it before, and we're going to do it more regularly now because now is more than ever we need to all come together and fight for our freedoms that are slowly being eroded away. We talked about some things coming up this month and next month that are really important. So this is a call to action, and I want to illustrate it with a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. We have not made a single gain in civil rights without determined legal and nonviolent pressure. So we have to keep the pressure up. September 16th, the Republican House representatives are caucusing. We need to flood the email waves and the phone waves and every wave just to let them know that we want them to talk about the vaccine passport ban bill and the mandates. They're meeting probably to discuss the redistricting. They're going to have a special session in October for that, but we need to be at the top of their list. So rallies are great, protests are great, marches are great, all those things. We hear our legislators speak, we hear our doctors speak, we hear the truth. It motivates others to join and to, you know, um, feel a part of something so that we can all be together and coalesce and whatnot. But equally important is contacting our legislators. If for some reason you don't know who your legislator is, there's a link in the description. Just click on that, type in your address or zip code, and their information will come up. So let's email and call as much as we can. Also, the Civil Rights Commission has been getting emails from people that want our children wearing masks in school, and they think it's a violation of civil rights for schools to not be able to mandate that. So we need to flood their inboxes as well. And so I've listed the names and email addresses for our civil rights commissioners. And please be cordial in your communication. These people are dedicated to protecting our civil rights, and they just want to hear from us. So we need to be, the Civil Rights Commission is an important defender of our civil rights. So if we can just let them know, hey, we think it's a violation of our civil rights to mandate these shots and to mandate masks in any setting, and they've been talking about it. We've talked to a couple of them, and they really want to hear from us. So email those commissioners, file complaints. That's the part of what Martin Luther King Jr. said that is determined legal action. We need to be filing civil rights complaints. There's a link there if you've been discriminated against in any way for not wearing a mask or getting the shot, or you've been let go from your job or experienced any discrimination around those. Please file a civil rights complaint. They want to hear from you there too. And they have a team that will investigate it, that will reach out to the employer, that will they have a legal team as well. So we have to keep the pressure up. October special session, be on call for that, be ready. We'll be there. So first day of the special session, I'm sure we'll be there. So we will be looking for the date. The date is not out yet, but as soon as they post that date, we'll be contacting you and letting you know what the plan is. So just to recap, between now and September 15th, flood your legislators' email addresses. Um, email your civil rights commissioners, be cordial in your communication. Be ready for October. Also, I read something this morning that I want to share on Jeff Shipley's page. Representative Shipley, who's been a superhero in the civil rights movement here in Iowa. Please hold a prayer for our nation this morning. Let we, the people, rejoice in truth and be comforted by our faith. Enduring whatever hardships the federal government decides to create with courageous fortitude and a great resolve for Christ's love. You know, there is going to be some sort of announcement tonight, some sort of 6-part plan. And I'm certain that it'll be divisive, and we will need to be vigilant, and rejoice in the truth that we know. I'm sure we'll have discussion about that. Who knows what's going to be said, but I'm sure it will be divisive as it always has been, or at least always as it has been recently. So let's pray that people will see through it and that people can see the truth. And I'll leave you with a quote: alone, we may only be a drop of water, but together we are the ocean. So sometimes it's easy to feel alone in our fight for freedom, but that's why we're here. That's why we created this group. That's why so many groups have been created that we all belong to. Because together we are the ocean, and we just need to continue to stick together, continue to put pressure on until we get these elected officials that we elected to do what needs to be done to protect our freedoms. Government, the political system, it should all be, the purpose should be to protect the individual's freedoms. And that's not happening, and we need to make sure it happens. So send those emails, make those phone calls, and have an extremely blessed day. We will see you soon. Many blessings.